the sullen vastness of the Swiss Alps, the year's most publicized rescue adventure. In the depth of winter, on the ground and in the air, the first act of a 6-day drama begins. A cameraman taking these pictures for Pathé accompanied the snow team. It started with an American Dakota aircraft reported missing. Feeble radio signals told that she had crash-landed 11,000 feet up in a wilderness of uncharted snow. Aboard her, on the face of a glacier, 8 men, 3 women, and an 11-year-old girl waited. For 4 days, there was no news. Radio signals grew weaker, ending on the 4th day with these words: "We must have help today or we die." An RAF Lancaster sighted the wreck the same day, reported its exact position, and summoned help. In a Fieseler Storch plane, specially designed to land in a narrow clearing, Swiss Army Lieutenant Hug took off. The race against death by freezing was on. Down below at the improvised base at Meiringen, American authorities gathered ambulances, 4-engine planes, a trainload of snow tanks, a squad of nurses, 150 soldiers, paratroopers, jeeps. Keeping contact with rescue patrols was a portable radio station. A small army of pressmen did their best to eat up every headline from here to San Francisco. Meantime, in a searching plane, a Pathé cameraman gathered these vivid pictures. The narrow line of rescuers goes forward. They are Swiss, and they search calmly and with the sure confidence of men who have lived their lives in this desert of ice. And there it is, the crashed Dakota, a gray wasp against the gleaming whiteness. The search is over. The rescue begins. From the plane, as it hovers ready for a landing, our cameraman sees the leading rescue team. They made it. By plane and sled, these men in white bring relief to 12 people who, a few hours before, expected to die of cold. The first task now is to take off the worst exposure victims. Honor of being first to reach the plane went to Swiss guides Wilhelm Jost and Ernst Reise of Meiringen. And here the rescue, a smiling Mrs. Macmahon, and in anti-glare glasses, Mrs. Snaveley. With them, 11-year-old Alice Macmahon. She stole the show. In methodical Swiss fashion, Lieutenant Hug again takes off, this time on snow. His plane uses extra skis, leaving them when airborne. Back at Meiringen base, ambulances for the injured. And for the Dakota's pilot, a welcoming greeting from his father, U.S. General Tate. To pressmen, the guides disclosed that the wreck lay near the dreaded Schreckhorn, known as the Crag of Terror. Waiting here, too, is General Snaveley. For his rescued wife, a kiss. For cameramen, a picture. It was the 6th day after the crash. For Colonel Macmahon, his wife, and especially young Alice, it got curiouser and curiouser. Somewhere, never used, were all those tanks and planes and paratroopers. Overall, the Alps reigned peacefully again. They had claimed 12 victims. They had been cheated only by the endurance of Swiss mountaineers and the keen eyes of a British pilot.